I am going to go ahead now and expand this, and we're going to look at health and well-being, which is your spirituality, it's your body and your mind. Then we're going to look at love and relationships, and we're also going to look at wealth, what makes us feel stable, our career, what we're doing with our material world to make us feel that groundedness. Okay, and we are going to use the Rider-Waite-Smith again. I just love the colors, and I love the messages that have been coming through with this. Really powerful. And I do shuffle these before I start these videos, so this is just habit doing this. Let's go ahead and cut it, and let's lay our 3 cards out, and let's get going on this expanded tarot. All right, we're going to take a look first at that health aspect. Body, mind, and spirit. And where are we at? The Magician. Oh my goodness. We haven't had the Magician in quite a while, but all the elements are at your fingertips, and all things are possible. So this is the magical you, make your wishes and they will come true. You have earth, air, fire, and water at your fingertips. As above and so below. See the infinity sign. So there's the sword, the pentacle, the cup, and he's holding, the rod is also on the table. The stave or the wand is also on the table. But this is such a powerful major arcana, and it means to me that you've really got things figured out, and the potential for your talent, the potential and opportunity to tap into it is literally at your fingertips. So when it comes to health and spirituality and just your well-being, wow, this is the time, the catalyst for change is what I would say, which is coming through to me from spirit, is the catalyst for change is at your fingertips with this magician. And remember, the magician can be an alchemist, and that, again, that's really well depicted in the light seers with the persons with the swirling magic in front of them and the infinity sign in the pool in front of them, is that you have at your fingertips that alchemy to make more of something than it exists on this physical plane. So when it comes to your health, this is the time to really dig in and go, okay, what more can I improve? What more can I tap into? There are no limits, literally. And also with spirituality, what a better message than this? This is also seeking that higher level. This is, ascending to the next level of who you are as a person and your belief system, whatever that may be. And it is great, whatever it is. Let's see what else, the mind. Okay, so do not let yourself be limited by your imagination, because you have the ability here with the magician to just soar to higher levels. So wow, what a positive card. And I think it just is reinforcing all this angelic information that we got from the tarot this week. So I know I get excited, folks. I get excited. All right, let's go ahead now and take a look at love and relationships, how this is all going to tie together. All right, what have we got? Okay, the 3 of Pentacles. This came up in the moon reading. This is about the classic card of collaboration, putting great minds together to make this cathedral. We have the workman here, we have the priest looking on, and I always kind of think the guy in the yellow is the architect. He's the great mind that's put it all together, and the other people there are there to help execute the dream. And again, here we have the magician energy for me. Right next to it is let's execute this imagination that's bigger than we are, but we need collaboration and help to do it. So this is the time in love and relationships to really be reaching out to other people. So if you are in partnership, what a great time to be working on that. And again, where can we go with our dreams? Tell me your dreams and I'll tell your mine. Let's put a dream together that we can build a bigger and better life for each other. If you are single and looking, wow, what a great time. And single and looking folks, this is also a time to get out there. I know that the internet and email dating or online dating is super popular, but face-to-face is what's coming through. This is the time to go out, go to the summertime, and there's so much going on outside. There's music festivals, there's food fairs, there's farmers markets. Go out, smile, bring your best self to the table, and just start talking to people. And do it with your friend groups, ask to be introduced to their friends. This is the time to do face-to-face and put some thought behind it, not just endless swiping. Okay, enough dating advice. But that's kind of what came through for me, that truly get out face-to-face and put yourself out there. And who knows what's going to happen, and who knows, again, this collaboration. It's not often that we get cards that have multiple people in them, and that's definitely coming through in this reading, is that it is time to make those connections and strengthen those connections in existing relationships. So for those of you that are single and happy and not looking, the same message, don't sit at home alone. I know it's tempting at times, and sometimes we need to do that to recharge, but get out there and be social, get out there and meet new friends, take family with you. It's time to really strengthen relationships and work on that. And with a court card here, Pentacles, earth signs, maybe that's the person, if you're looking, that's gonna come in. Let's see what else here. Yeah, I just am, the energy here from the Magician just lights this entire reading on fire. I love that for us. All right, that is the Three of Pentacles. And just remember, if you're working on projects with your loved one, it's going to go well, especially with communication. Communicate. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at that wealth realm, the stability. And it's not just about money, people. It's about what you're doing that gratifies you, what keeps us busy and makes us feel worthy and bringing something to the table and gives back to us. All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, I'm going to have to cover this up again. The world is showing up again. The world is showing up again. She is here to say cycles are completing and new cycles are beginning. And I'm going to just say this again. To me, the pilgrim's journey, the fool's journey, it goes through youth to maturation, to relationships, to solving problems, to getting to gratification and wisdom of old age. All the things we learn along the journey end up with the world. And the world says, okay, now it's time to step through that laurel leaf to triumph. But it's also the opportunity to become the fool or the pilgrim again and start your journey or cycle all over again. But it is about some completion. And I just want to reiterate that the last month or so, actually longer than the last month, there's been so much coming in for change. Six of Swords, the Tower, moving on, the Five of Cups we dealt with for a while, grieving and leaving things behind and deciding and making decisions on what we're going to do next. And the world is coming again, second week in a row, to really reinforce that this is going to happen now. This is the time to really step out. But look at all the support we have here. We have a ton of support from our angelic realm, Temperance, Judgment, and the Two of Cups. Look at all of those orangish red wings spread around us. They're all spread, encompassing us in their support and love. And then we have the beautiful King of Pentacles, that grounded, wise person, whether it's inside of ourselves that we're bringing out or we're finding that in another person. So let's just see what else here. Very positive cards. This is just forward momentum, completion of a cycle, beginning of another one. And I see that you're moving forward. I don't see a hesitation here. I say, okay, a lot of good work has been done. And that could be another thing about Judgment. Judgment can say, you've done the soul cleansing. You've dealt with the past. You're doing things that are allowing you to be so transparent and pure as you're being reborn, literally. And that's picking up again with the World card, that sense of rebirth and renewal, with all the magic of all the elements at your fingertips with the Magician. And then this lovely collaboration with the Two of Cups and the Three of Pentacles, another earth sign and a water sign that is just really saying, it takes other people, it takes that support, it takes that collaboration and love from other people to help us along the way on our journey. All right, very positive. Let's go ahead now, and I'm going to just